All right, good morning and welcome everyone to this active flow and breathwork class. My name is Brian and I am delighted to be with you here this morning as we explore a little bit of energetic enlivenment. Yeah, say that 3 times fast, right? We're going to work on some activating breath work, get ourselves here, centered, present. We'll move a little bit and get our bodies warmed up, activating the navel center and the core. And then we'll finish up with a nice deep integrated rest. We'll probably be here 50, 55 minutes, depending upon how things go. A couple of things before we start. As always, remember our first guiding principle: support precedes action. Establish your supports, have whatever you need for your practice available to yourself: blocks, straps, bolsters, blankets, eye shades, chairs, tissues. Clear your passageways. We are going to breathe. And then use that. Secondarily, remember that it is your practice. So while I will be offering and suggesting and inviting some things from over here, ultimately you are in the privacy of your own space by design, and you are only required to be present and to breathe. Everything else is an option. So please treat it that way. Listen to the wisdom of your own body. Honor the wisdom of your own body by giving it what it's asking for. Come out of any posture at any time. Take any alternate posture at any time. Modify any posture as you need in order to be supported in it. There's no right or wrong way to look or be. There's only the wisdom of your body and what it's asking for in the moment. So please, please honor yourself. Treat yourself well. Particularly in the breath work, if you get to a place where you're feeling like you're not breathing calmly and steadily, then stop and come back in as you are ready and willing and able. Okay, as always, we'll start by grounding, landing, centering, raising gratitude, and setting our intention. So I invite you to find a supported posture, whatever that looks like for you, whatever that means for you, whatever form or shape that takes for you. Take a moment to bring yourself into that. And feel into the physical sensation of connection between your body and whatever part of your body is touching something. So maybe you're seated in a chair with your feet underneath your knees, hip distance apart. Maybe you're seated on a cushion or a mat. Wherever you are, feel into where your body is in contact, and then feel into that physical sensation of contact and recognize that that is support. What is it like to be supported in this moment? And if you do nothing else in this class today but feel into your support and align with your breath, you will have achieved what it is that we are here to do. Having established your supported posture, I invite you to lengthen your side body, lengthen your spine, lengthen your crown. Experiment with tucking and nodding your head in order to free the back of the neck so you can feel that full length of the spine from the base to the crown. And then take a moment to observe for yourself what occurs in you when you elongate and align the spine. And then I'll invite us to come into the present moment, and we do that by coming into the body. And we come into our bodies by coming into our breath. Turn your awareness to your breathing. Find your inhale as it appears underneath your nasal passages, and begin to breathe in and out through your nostrils. Following your inhale into your body, wherever it may go in your body without stress, strain, or exertion. Following your exhale out of your body, noticing what it's like to let go completely, to release all that is no longer needed. And then holding your awareness right there. Be right there at the beginning of the next inhale, following that inhale in and that exhale out. As you settle into awareness of the breath, feeling into the support of the body, on your next inhale, I invite you to float your hands to your heart in a way that brings awareness to your heart space, and to allow to arise in your heart space a sense of gratitude. Any one thing for which you might be grateful today. Maybe for you today, just the possibility of gratitude. And whatever it is that arises for you when gratitude is called forth, I invite you to see that clearly in your mind's eye and to then anchor your gratitude in your heart space and to hold it there for the duration of your practice today. And then finally, before we start here, I invite you to set an intention for your practice, perhaps a simple intention to just keep your gratitude anchored in your heart space, or to just be right there with each inhale. And whatever your intention is, I invite you now to state it to yourself. Hear yourself in your mind's ear as you state your intention in a clear and declarative voice as if it is already done. And listening for the echoes of your intention in your being, I invite you to take a full inhale. And as you exhale, if you choose to, allow your chin to drop towards your grateful and intentional heart. And if you'd like to offer a benediction to seal your intention, I invite you to do so now as I say, Namo Namaste. Then release the hands, lift the chin, make any adjustments to your seat in order to be supported here as we move into our breath practice. We're going to begin with a form of alternate nostril breath. Take your right pointer and middle finger, place it directly above the bridge of your nose between the eyebrows at the eye point. As you breathe in through the left nostril, you'll bring mental awareness to your left nostril and breathe in through the left nostril. You may wish to block the right nostril with your right thumb if you choose. As you breathe out through the right nostril, you'll bring mental awareness to the right nostril. You may choose to block the left nostril with your right ring finger. You'll move at the pace that is appropriate for you, breathing in through the left, full complete exhale, and out through the right, finding your own rhythm and your own pace, your own breath in your own practice. Your left hand is on your knee, thumb and forefinger lightly touching in Gyan or wisdom mudra. Feel into the presence of your supports, breathing in and knowing that you're breathing in through the left nostril, breathing out and knowing that you're breathing out through the right nostril. Continue at your rhythm, your pace, your breath, your practice. As you settle into this breath practice, remember that in breath practices, the body is very still. The awareness is on the breath in the nostril or nostrils. And the focus is at the brow point if the eyes are closed. And if you're uncomfortable, like many are, with your eyes being closed, just narrow your gaze. Just look down beyond the tip of your nose into the palm of your right hand. In left, out right. Activating and balancing two secondary channels, the nadis, activating, balancing the two hemispheres of the brain, bringing yourself online, being present here. Your next inhale, take a full inhalation. As you are ready, exhale out the right nostril. And now we're going to reverse that. We're going to inhale through the right nostril and exhale out the left. Again, inhale and exhale are equal in length and volume and intensity. We're working in all of our practices, our guideline in the back of your mind will always be to be calm and steady and focused on the breath and moving within our own body. So it's very important, especially in our breath, that we find our own pace and our own rhythm for our own practice in our own body. In right, out left, continuing. Again, we're clearing that secondary and those two secondary nadis, the Ida and the Pingala, the moon and the sun, the calming and the activating, the balancing and the engaging. The corresponding opposite hemisphere of the brain that goes with those two energy channels, balancing the analytical with the emotional, being very steady and very present. The breath is our primary need, thing we most depend upon. And being conscious of our breath, bringing awareness to our breath, and then working with our breath can be the most powerful modalities for our own self-regulation and self-care. We do these practices on our mat so that we can begin to internalize and understand our own ability to regulate our state and make shifts that are necessary in order to keep us in equilibrium. On your next inhale, take a full inhalation. As you're ready, exhale out the left. Release the hand down. Take a full inhale. A complete exhale. Be still for a moment. Just notice what shifted for you. Notice your own experience. Bring the elbows up to the level of the ribs, palms facing forward, fingertips open, hands open, palms open on the inhale. Open the chest, open the heart. Slight arching or flexion of the lower spine. Crown lifted in through the nose. On the exhale, round the spine, bring the elbows together toward each other, make fists. Blow out through the mouth, cannon breath. Inhale, open the hands, open the heart, open the nasal passages as you breathe in. Exhale, round and release, cannon breath out the mouth. Continue your rhythm, your pace. Into the nostrils as you arch and lift. Exhale, out through the mouth as you round and release, bringing the elbows and forearms together. Your rhythm, your pace, your breath, your practice. Fully engaged here. Total focus. Calm. Steady. Focus on the breath. Moving within your own body. Breathing in and knowing that you're breathing in. Breathing out and knowing that you're breathing out. One more round here. So that as your next exhale, gently retain the breath out. Engage lightly at the base of the spine, at the pelvic bowl. Tuck the chin. Be very still. As you are ready, release the hands to the knees. Lift the spine and crown. Breathe naturally. Let your breath stabilize here. Notice your experience. Breath come and go. Feel into your energetic shifts. Feel into your own experience. Cleansing breath here, full inhalation. As you exhale, sigh it out. Come around to your mat. Find your way to your back. We'll begin on our backs, feeling into the full support of the backside of the body. Hands down by the hips, heels and toes touching, toes moving neutrally toward the ceiling, crown long. Just engage yourself here with the breath deep into the abdomen. As you exhale, feel the lower spine press into the mat. Feel the support against your backside. As you inhale, take the arms overhead, interlock the thumbs, press the heels and lengthen the fingers. Big, good morning stretch. Inhale here. Exhale, toes come back to neutral. Switch the interlock of your thumb. Inhale, press the toes away from the face, allowing through the fingers. Big, good morning stretch. Inhale. Exhale, toes to neutral, hands down by your hips. Bring the knees in toward the chest. Squeeze gently, and then extend the left leg. Bring both hands around the top of the right knee. Bring the right knee toward the right shoulder and stretch. Get long. Press through the left heel. Bring the right knee toward the shoulder. Feel that opening through the hip girdle. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale here. Exhale here. Full inhalation. Complete exhale. As you exhale, release the right knee. Bring the left knee in toward the chest. Squeeze both hands below the left knee as you press through the right heel, opening the opposite hip girdle. Feel that lengthening through the hips as you feel that shoulder and knee coming toward each other. Inhale here. Exhale here. Breathe in. Breathe out. Full inhalation. Complete exhale. As you exhale, take both legs long. Bring the hands down by the hips. Now, for additional support, bring your thumbs underneath your sits bones. Even more support, bring the back of your palms underneath your SI joint, the top of your buttocks. Crown is long. Bring one knee in toward the chest as you inhale. As you exhale, switch. Bring the other knee in. So you're pistoning the legs here. Experiment with your angle of your legs in order to feel the support of your spine. So remember, support precedes action. For additional support, you could take your legs all the way toward the ceiling. Will provide the full length of the spine for support. And then a higher angle on your wall, you'll get a little bit more spinal support. If you're just hovering above the mat, you're fully engaging through the abdomen and the hip growth. There is no right or wrong. There's only what your body needs, what you can do with your breath and remain calm and steady and focused on the breath whilst moving in your own body here. Engaging into the hips, the hip flexors, the hamstrings, the glutes, a little bit of core action here, waking up, feeling into the day, breathing in and knowing that you're breathing in, breathing out and knowing that you're breathing out, finding the alignment of movement with breath. So the breath starts the movement. Notice that breath is strength. Couple more here. Inhale, both legs long. Exhale, lower the heels, let the toes fall up and turn the palms up. Breathe into the abdomen. Full inhale. Complete exhale. Inhale here. Exhale here. Full inhalation. Complete exhale. Bring the knees toward the ceiling, the heels toward the hips. Press into the feet, turn the thighs inward so that the knees are in parallel. Maybe they're lightly touching. Bring the hands down, palms down for support. Lengthen through the crown. Inhale, press into the feet. Begin to tilt the pelvic bowl. Roll into the lower back, middle back, maybe even the upper back. No weight in the head or neck. This is our bridge pose here. Breathe in and breathe out. Inhale here. Exhale here. A full inhalation. A complete exhale. As you exhale, slowly roll back down. And then take the legs toward the ceiling. Press through the heels, flex the toes, back toward the nose. Stay long here. Choices again, bring the hands underneath you for more support if you need. We're going to do our leg lifts here. So exhale, we lower the legs. Inhale, we take them high. Options here. You can do one leg at a time. Alternating. Breathing. Moving with your own rhythm. Your own pace. Aligning with your breath. Feeling how breath is strength. Inhale up. Exhale down. Gauging it up into the abdominal muscles, the lower back, activating the core, our energy center. Place of self-will and self-responsibility. Healing into our own practice, checking in with our gratitude, checking in with our intention, moving with our breath. Full inhales, complete exhales, aligning the movement with the breath. Couple more here. Inhale up. Exhale, slowly lower down. Let the toes fall open, turn the palms up, breathe into the abdomen, full inhale. Complete exhale. Let everything settle. Notice where you're energized. Notice where you might be a little constricted or contracted. Just notice. No need to do anything. You're already here. Just be for a moment. If you like, bring the soles of the feet together, keeping the knees open, in an experiment with your heels in relation to your hips to find that place that feels most open, freeing up any tension in the outside of the hips. Bring your hands to your abdomen for a moment. Feel how the abdomen is softened in this resting posture. Maybe just let your hands rest there lightly, keeping that core gauge. It's a bound angle pose, supine bound angle. Just breathe here. Full inhale. Complete exhale. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale here. Exhale here. When the next inhale, take your hands to the outside of the thighs, bring the knees together, and then walk the feet out toward the wide edges of your mat, letting the knees fall in. Take the arms out 60 to 90 degrees to create space. Inhale, lengthen the crown, feel the lower spine on the mat. Exhale, let both knees fall to the left. Inhale, the knees back to center, touching lightly. Exhale, both knees go to the right. Inhale, back to center. Begin to move with your breath. Windshield wipering the legs, little twist here. Twisting out any tension in the lower back and the abdomen. Freeing that hip energy to flow through the hip girdle. Your rhythm. Your pace. Your breath. Your practice. On your next inhale, come back to center. Walk the feet in towards each other. Bring the knees in toward the chest. Squeeze. And then extend the legs and roll to your belly, either direction. Hands down by the hips. Turn the palms down. Crown is long. Bring the chin, the nose, or the forehead to the mat. Now, take this in segments. So begin by lengthening through the fingertips, lengthening through the crown, pressing into the tops of the feet so the knees engage, and then lift your left leg. Breathe in. Breathe out. Lower the left leg. Inhale, lift the right leg. Breathe in. Breathe out. Lower the right leg. Inhale, lift both legs. Breathe in. Breathe out. Lower the legs. Inhale, lengthen the crown. Feel the chin, nose, forehead come off the mat. Maybe the shoulders lift. Maybe the heart comes forward. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale here. Exhale, lower back. Put that together. Inhale, lift the left leg. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale, keep the left leg lifted, lift the right leg. Breathe in. Breathe out. Stay lifted in legs. Inhale, lengthen the crown, lift the heart, lift the chest. Breathe in. Breathe out. Supported locust, hands are still down, providing support. Breathe here, full inhalation. Complete exhale. Breathe in here. Breathe out here. Inhale. Exhale, lower down. Bring the hands underneath the shoulders, thumbs at the breast line, ribs slightly touching the inside of the wrist. Bring the elbows toward the hips. Press into the tops of the feet. Feel the knees engage. Lengthen through the crown. Feel the crown begin to lift. Light pressure in the fingertips and the heel of the palm, supporting you here as you come into your cobra. Inhale here. Exhale here. Breathe in. Breathe out. Full inhalation. Complete exhale. As you exhale, lower down. Curl the toes of the feet. Press into the heel of the feet. Lengthen through the crown. Press into the fingertips and the heel of the palm. Inhale, press yourself to a plank. Exhale, lift the hips, release the crown of the head toward the mat, press back into your downward facing dog. Full inhalation. Complete exhale. Feel the length out of the arms, the shoulders are open, the crown is released. Bend your left knee. Press back through your right heel. Breathe in. Breathe out. Bend your right knee. Press back through your left heel. Breathe in. Breathe out. Bend to both knees. Lift the hips up and back. Exhale. Let both heels drop toward the mat. Breathe in. Breathe out. Long through the arms and shoulders. Long through the back of the body. Heels extending toward the bottom of the mat. Inhale here. Exhale here. Inhale, look up between the hands. Exhale, bring the right foot forward between the hands. Drop the left knee in the top of the left foot. Release the top, the hands. Pick up the hands, maybe bring them to the right knee. Stack the palms. Inhale, straighten the arms to lift the torso. This is your supported low lunge. Breathe in. Breathe out. If you like, as you inhale, take the arms high. Interlock the thumbs. Press the palms. Interlace the fingers. Whatever's right for you. Maybe your hands don't touch. That's all good. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale here. Exhale here. Full inhalation. As you exhale, bring the hands through prayer. Frame the foot. Curl the toes of the left foot. Step the right foot back to meet the left. Coming back to downward dog. Full inhalation. Complete exhale. Inhale, look up between the hands. Exhale, bring the left foot forward between the hands. Drop the right knee in the top of the right foot. Sink into the foot and the knee. Pick up the hands. Maybe stack the palms on the opposite knee. Straighten the arms to lift the torso. Sink the hips. Breathe in, supported low lunge. On your inhale, if you like, take the arms high. Interlock the thumbs, interlace the fingers, press the palms, find your hand position. It might be different on this side. That's absolutely okay. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale here. Exhale here. Full inhalation. As you exhale, release the hands through prayer. Frame the foot, curl the toes, lift the knee, step back, downward facing dog. Full inhale. Complete exhale. On the inhale, press the right heel back toward the wall behind you. Imagine you could stamp the wall behind you. Then flex the toes. On your next inhale, take the right leg high. Here, on your next inhale, rotate the right hip, take the right knee toward the ceiling, drop the right heel toward the left buttock. Look up under your right armpit. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale, come back to center with your hips and extend the right leg. On your exhale, bring the right knee toward the right wrist and drop that leg down. Now, depending on your flexibility and knee mobility, you're going to take your right foot toward your left wrist, crossing underneath the torso. You may keep that right leg straight if you don't have that mobility or flexibility. It may be under your body, under your hips. It may come off the left side of your body. It's different for each of us. We're preparing for our pigeon pose. So, once you've got your right foot established, drop the left knee in the top of the left foot. Breathe into this posture. Start by lengthening up. Press up on the fingertips. Lift the torso. You may wish to inch that left foot back a little bit, moving the hips back. Be here. This is working the back and the shoulders as we lift in our pigeon. Breathing. Full inhale. Complete exhale. Inhale here. Maybe you pick up your hands, maybe not. Maybe you need the support. Maybe you put your blocks underneath your hands to provide additional support. Inhale here. Exhale here. Full inhalation. Complete exhale. As you exhale, walk your hands out, bring your torso forward, maybe come down onto your forearms. Maybe put your block underneath your forearms for support. Breathe here. If it's in your body and you desire to do so, you can bring your torso fully forward, releasing your forehead to the mat. Breathe in here. Full inhale. Complete exhale. Breathing in. Breathing out. Inhale here. Exhale here. Beautiful hip opening posture here. This is your pigeon posture. On your next inhale, wherever your torso is, walk your hands back underneath the shoulders. Support yourself. If you inched your hips back by extending back to the left leg, inch them back forward, then curl the toes of the left foot, lift the left knee, create some space. Press into the palms, and then begin to press up, taking that right leg back and high. Rotating the hips, raising the knee, dropping the heel, looking under the right armpit. Leveling the hips, extending the right leg, and then bringing the right leg back to the mat. Downward dog, full inhalation. Complete exhale. Notice how legs might feel different here. Hips might feel different here. Yeah. On your inhale, you're going to imagine you're stamping the wall with your left foot, and then press the toes away. On your next inhale, take the left leg high. On your next inhale, lift the left knee toward the ceiling, drop the left heel toward the right buttock, look up under the left armpit. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale, come back to neutral hips, extend the leg. Exhale, bring the left knee toward the left wrist, and then place your left foot underneath the torso or over toward your right wrist. Establish your left leg, and then drop your right knee. Release the top of the right foot. Again, you may want to make some adjustments, maybe shifting the hips back, inching that right foot back, maybe coming up on your fingertips, maybe even lifting your hands, maybe supporting yourself with blocks. Lifting up through the crown, extending long. Breathing here, full inhale. Complete exhale. Breathe in. Breathe out. Full inhalation. Complete exhale. As you exhale, you may want to bring your hands forward, maybe coming down onto your forearms or supporting your forearms on blocks or bolster. Maybe coming all the way forward to your forehead. Rests on the mat. Maybe a little light massaging temple to temple as you breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale here. Exhale here. Full inhalation. Complete exhale. This is your pigeon posture. Beautiful hip opening posture here. Releasing, feeling into the opening that may be occurring through your hip girdle, noticing your own experience, being present with yourself, calm, steady, focused on the breath, moving within your own body. On your next inhale, slowly walk your hands back underneath your shoulders. Again, if you inched back with your right foot and hips, inch forward, curl the toes of the right foot, lift the right knee, press into the palms, create space, take the left leg high, rotate the knee and look under the shoulder, level the hips and extend the leg, and then bring the left foot back down, downward facing dog, full inhalation. Complete exhale. Inhale, look up between the hands. Exhale, just walk the feet forward between the hands, coming into forward fold. Take a moment here to release the hands, release the shoulders, maybe brace by grabbing your opposite elbows, finding length, releasing out of that lower back. Then bend the knees and slowly roll up, coming upright, releasing the arms and shoulders, establishing yourself on your feet. Take your feet a little wider. Wonderful. Take your feet a little wider than your hips. We're going to go into our squats, our last dynamic movement. So maybe the feet a little wider than the shoulders, and maybe turn the toes slightly out for balance. You're going to take your arms shoulder height, palms down. Crown is long. Imagine there's a wall behind your back of your head, back of your shoulders, back of your hips. As you exhale, you're just going to slide down that wall. Now, your squat is that place where your heels begin to come off the mat. That's your edge. So maybe you have a chair. You want to put a chair here. Maybe you have a bolster, and you don't go all the way down. You just go to that place where it's available for you. Maybe it's only a couple inches. Inhale, straighten up. Exhale, lower down. Inhale. So find your squat and begin to move with your breath. Exhaling down. Inhaling up. Your rhythm. Your pace. Your breath. Your practice. Calm. Steady. Focused on the breath. And moving within your own body. Notice your experience. Notice where your mind tends to go. Can you be steady and calm when you might become a little challenged? Can we move into the breath, feel into our supports, stay focused on our wise action as we're challenged, as our circumstances change, as we get tired or stressed? We find our breath. We check our intention. We connect with our gratitude. And we just focus on the moment. Inhale up. Exhale, release the hands, bring feet underneath the hips. And let the breath stabilize. Take a cleansing breath here, full inhale. Sigh it out. Let the breath normalize for a moment. Just notice your experience. Maybe like me, you noticed that one. Maybe you need a minute. As you feel yourself centering in, I invite you back to your supported seat. We're going to finish today's practice with a breath of light. Wonderful, enlivening, enlightening, balancing breath. So establish your supported seat and then take a moment. Provide yourself with whatever you need for additional support here. Very simple breath. Hands are on the knees, thumb and forefinger lightly touching. Palms turned up to receive more inspiration. Palms turned down to feel more grounded. Turn your attention inward. The breath, we break the inhale up into 7 equal sniffs. Inhaling in 7 parts. Pausing for a moment at the top, and then exhale, 1 long, continuous, extended exhale. You may wish to visualize this breath coming up the back of the body, starting at the root, and then the sacrum, and then the navel, and then the heart, and then the throat, and then the skull, and then the crown of the head. And then you may wish to visualize the exhale flowing down the front of the body, pooling in your lap, a pool of light. We're breathing in light. Visualize the light as you breathe in and breathe out. Seven-part inhale. Slight pause. Long, continuous exhale. Continue the pattern. Be very still. Internalize. Follow the breath as light. Breathing in light. Breathing out light. Seeing light fill you, surround you, infuse you. Be the light. one more round here. So that when you next find yourself exhaling, let the pattern go. Let everything go. Just be still. Allow yourself to be still. To just rest. Release any shaping of the breath, of the body, of the mind. Release any analysis of the practice. Let go of any comparison of mind state. Just be still. Allow yourself this moment of just being, just as you are. No need to do. Just be. If perchance you notice that your attention has wandered away, I invite you to bring gratitude to that noticing, and then gently and compassionately return your focus to your breath. On your next inhale, I invite you once again to float your hands to your heart in a way that brings awareness to your heart space, and to allow to arise in your heart space perhaps one more thing which you are grateful here today. And as you witness yourself in gratitude in your space, I'll take this opportunity to extend my sense of gratitude to you from this space. Thank you so much for coming and sharing your practice. I'm honored to be here, truly. And as always, in closing, I invite you to stay here in grateful witness for as long as you can, for as long as you like. And when you do rise, please, please take your gratitude and the echoes of your practice with you as you go through the remainder of your day, lifting yourself and all that you come into contact with. Have an amazing day.
Thank you, Brian.